This is exactly right.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye. While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent.
The future soccer stars who are already turning heads at age 14.
Because next doesn't wait for an invitation.
And Hyundai doesn't either.
Hyundai has always moved the future within reach.
Hyundai did it by making advanced safety standard on every vehicle.
And by engineering EVs with ultra-fast charging capability.
And Hyundai continues doing it every day because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here.
Next starts now.
Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to the My Favorite Murder Minisode.
Where we tell you your stuff. Real
Emails.
Quick. Emails. That's about it. Oh.
Goodbye.
Before we get started, two things real quick. Today, Monday, November 5th, is the day that the pre-sale tickets for our fucking winter 2019 tour, which we just announced, go on sale for the fan cult
only.
So if you're a part of the fan cult, go get your tickets. If you're not,
remember, there's only a certain amount of tickets, even if you're in the fan cult.
Tickets, pre-sale, fan cult,
myfavoritmurder.com. Good luck.
Go on.
Roll it.
And also, the other announcement is that please go vote tomorrow. It's very important, even if you think it's not.
Please don't think it's not, because it absolutely is in every way, shape, and form.
That's right. It's a necessity of life. And if you're listening to this podcast, chances are that we need you people on our side.
Yes. And don't get convinced by all the early voting video that you keep seeing on social media and on the news, making it think like, oh, everyone's going to take care of it for me.
Yeah.
And I can just kind of sail through this. It's a show up time. It's put up and shut up time for this country.
It is. And I mean, even if you live in, let's say, like a totally blue state, it's still really important to exercise your civic fucking duty and your responsibility as a goddamn American citizen.
Well, and also it seems like we really need to make sure that things happen so that, like, say, for example, they don't make being transgender illegal.
Right.
Like, it's things like that you have to think about other people, and you have to think about, instead of making an excuse of why not to do something, realize why you need to do it.
Or like, if you live in a red state and you're blue, think of like, you can just get those percentages up a little, get those fucking, a little closer.
Have your voice be heard.
Exactly.
It's important.
It's really important. Please do it.
Do you want me to start?
Sure.
I'm holding my paper up, so I get to start. All right. So this is, we're reading you some hometowns from Atlanta and Austin, which is where we will be visiting this weekend.
That's right. The
last weekend of our fall tour, which is mind-boggling.
So crazy.
It's been such a fun tour. Thank you to all the cities. In the beginning, I was really good about, after we would do shows, doing a fun retweet and a thank you. By the end, I'm like, I can't remember what city we were in.
So tired.
So the last couple rounds, the NorCal rounds of Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, and San Francisco, Oakland, and Sacramento.
That's right.
I don't think anybody, except for the Sacramento Paul Hole's specialty, I don't think anybody got a special tweet, we love you. But we really do. We've been having the best time.
That's right. Thank you. And LA, of course.
Oh, and of course, LA and Halloween.
Halloween.
All right. The subject line of this email is, we haven't done a live show in a while.
No, a real show, you mean?
Yeah, like a
real
you
live...
and me and Steve in the Podloft show.
No, it's been a while.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
And it's small.
I don't have any makeup on.
Thank God. I don't have any scrubs on. Okay, so the subject line is Aunt's story. Hi, y'all. Spelled aunt like your uncle's wife.
Got it.
This one takes place in Tyler, Texas, a sweet, innocent little town in East Texas, where my mom grew up for part of her life. When my mom was a few years old, in the late 50s, her older sister, my aunt, who was around 12 at the time, was left to babysit my mom and her other young siblings while their parents went out on a date. The 50s, am I right? They didn't have central air, so it was common practice in that time to leave the windows open around the house to create a nice cross breeze.
Of course.
While leaving the screens in to keep the bugs out.
Like a normal, ideal world.
How windows work. While the kids are playing, my aunt hears the phone ring and answers, and an older man very politely asks, "Hi, sweetie, is your dad home?" And my aunt responds, "No, he's out with my mom right now."
Oh, no.
He hangs up. That's all he needed to hear.
That's right.
Not long after this phone call, my aunt is sitting in the living room waiting for my grandparents to come home when she hears something coming from the window nearby. Not unusual, as there were lots of animals around. She glances up to see what little critter's making the commotion, and instead she sees a large man standing outside the window. He's holding a knife.
Oh my God.
My aunt froze. He lifts the knife gingerly to the screen and pierces through it, preparing to make a long slit to climb through.
Holy shit.
He's grinning. My aunt screams. Suddenly, he's fully illuminated from behind by a blinding light. My grandparents were pulling up the driveway.
Oh my God.
The man quickly conceals the knife and whirls around. My grandfather steps out and immediately confronts the man, who claims to be lost. A policeman patrolling the area approaches to see what the situation is.
Oh, this guy's having a real bad day.
The man says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was Dr. McDonald's house." The officer believed him.
No.
And chuckling at what he thinks is a quirky mistake, quickly points him to the correct house down the street.
No.
The man cheerily thanks the officer and walks away toward the other family's home. No questioning, no search. They just let him walk away.
Great.
It wasn't until my grandparents spoke to my aunt and saw the cut screen that they understood what actually happened. They never caught the guy. Anyway, stay sexy and close your fucking windows. Can't wait to see y'all in Austin soon. Best, Meredith. Yep.
The smiling part.
Smiling at the little 12-year-old girl inside the house.
That I just called and asked if your family was home. Oh, Jesus.
That's why no one answers the phone anymore.
That's right.
No one can be trusted.
Nobody. Okay. This one's called People Tell Their Pastors Everything.
Ooh.
Hey, team.
Nice.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm a pastor in Atlanta, and recently I went to lunch with a member of my congregation. He's the sweetest older man who is super smart and always tells the best stories. So we're driving back to the church, and we start talking about the criminal justice system. Jay is a lawyer by trade, which makes conversations like this super interesting. Somehow we got on the topic of big criminal cases in the city. Obviously, being a murderino and a true crime junkie, I can't help myself. So I asked Jay what he remembers about the Atlanta child murders.
Oh, shit.
He talks about how terrified the city was and how now people aren't so sure about Wayne Williams' involvement. He's going on and on about fiber evidence and I kind of start to zone out when suddenly he says, my daughter was kidnapped during the height of this. It was so casual, like he was commenting on the weather. And I'm thinking, dear God, what have I just stumbled into? He proceeds to tell me that in 1980, his 7-year-old daughter was walking home from school one afternoon when a man drove up alongside her, pulled her into his car, and drove her out of the neighborhood. Apparently, this little girl was a badass, though, and she wasn't having any of this shit. She starts asking him who he is and where they're going over and over again. And when the man doesn't answer, she starts screaming and kicking at the passenger window.
Yes.
Fully losing her shit and fighting back. The kidnapper gets so frustrated with her that he pulls over and shoves her out of the car into Piedmont Park. 7-year-old badass marches up to the first adult she finds in the park and gives them her name and the name of her parents, and then informs them that she was kidnapped. Police are called, and within the hour, she's returned to her parents. The would-be kidnapper was picked up a few days later, arrested, and convicted.
Shit.
Jay's daughter is alive and well with a family of her own because she's a freaking rock star, and even at 7 knew how to SSDGM.
Yes.
I could go on and on about Jay and his freaking amazing stories, like how his brother was the defense attorney for Richard Jeweler, the security guard initially accused of the Atlanta Olympic bombings.
Richard Jewell.
Jewell, thank you.
Yeah.
Not Jeweler.
That was what he did by trade.
Excuse me.
It wasn't his name.
Or any of my other weird and wonderful church members, like the rare book collector who owns a Bible that belonged to a woman who was executed for witchcraft in Salem.
Yes.
We affectionately call it the Witch Bible.
Yes.
My church is a dope collection of smart, loving, fascinating, kick-ass humans. Needless to say, I love being their pastor.
Oh.
Thank you so much for all the stuff you do. You know you're awesome. Nobody likes a kiss ass. Anyway, can't wait to see you in Atlanta in November. Blessings and peace, E.
That's so awesome.
So nice. Thank you.
I am surprised by having a pastor listener.
I am too. Thank you for tolerating.
Thank you for being the middleman between me and Jesus. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, the subject of this one is the death of the Lemur Man. Dear sexy crew, my best friend growing up lived on a picturesque horse farm where we spent many hours traipsing around in dress up, probably riding horses and pretending we were elves in Lord of the Rings or whatevs. Anyways, their next door farm neighbors were hella weird. So naturally, we were always trying to spy on them like the nosy kids we were. We were mostly interested in them because they had lemurs and llamas and a bunch of other weird animals.
Rad.
We never saw anything that interesting, but we loved gossiping about how weird they were. Last year, my mom casually mentioned that she'd recently caught up with my friend's mom, and she mentioned that their next door neighbor had died in a weird choking accident. Mm-hmm. His wife was devastated and had sold the farm. My friend's mom didn't think anything of it until she saw this on the news. A year later, had this lady married to the Lemur Man had moved to California, married a man high up in the Google Corporation, and he too had mysteriously died in a choking accident.
Nope.
However, this guy had cameras all over his house, and even though she pled innocent and acted horrified, the camera caught her giving her husband a drink and then casually cleaning her nails and swinging her feet while watching her husband choke to death on the poison she put in the drink.
What?
It turns out this girl had grown up in a wealthy family in Atlanta, but had a fun little hobby of killing off boyfriends and husbands, and as soon as she got them, to put her in their wills.
Holy shit.
I think this was maybe her 4th or 5th man that she had killed. Stay sexy and maybe don't own a lemur from farm in Georgia, Lexa.
Oh my God. The image of watching a video where the woman is just doing her fucking nails.
Yes.
While he chokes to death.
Horrifying.
And then can you imagine choking and your loved one is doing nothing? And you're like, oh no.
That's when you realize as you're on your way out.
Yeah.
You're like, shoot. That's why I had that weird vibe around her.
That's why she begged me about the will. Oh,
so bad.
That's awful. Okay, this one's called Stay Sexy and Always Keep a Can of Peas in Your Purse. Hiya, lovely humans and furry friends. Let's jump the fuck in. On a recent trip home to see my sweet baby angel mom, I asked her to pull out all of the photos she could find with the purpose of spending an afternoon drinking beer and reminiscing on her childhood and my own. I highly suggest everyone who can does this because it was a lovely trip down memory lane and I learned so much about my mom and her youth, including that that her and her friends really liked to moon and flip the bird to the camera in their 30s. My hero with a beer in her hand and her friend's bare ass by her side. You guys are getting into mooning the camera in your 30s. It's kind of amazing. Like not your 20s.
Once you start a family, and then you just need to blow off some steam.
It's time. Anyways, while going through her old photos, I would every now and then ask, who's this, whenever I didn't recognize a friend or a family member with her. On one of those questions, she surprised me when her voice dropped and she said that this bright, beautiful woman was her cousin, Marilyn, who was murdered by an ex-fiance. Like, oh, didn't I tell you? No, Mom, you didn't, in all caps. Apparently, Marilyn was one of her closest friends, and my mom was prepared to be her bridesmaid, puffy pink dress and all, in her upcoming wedding to a jobless, jealous loser. While Marilyn got hip to his BS and broke off the engagement, after which he stalked her for several weeks before tragically stabbing her to death in a dark alleyway.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, they caught the monster and he's still rotting away in jail, or maybe he's dead. Who even cares? It was pretty incredible to talk to my mom about her experience losing a close friend and family member in such a horrific way, and made me admire her strength even more. One thing that sticks out to me in the story is that my mom vividly remembers Marilyn's mother never recovering from the loss of her daughter and eventually becoming a homeless wanderer for the rest of her days.
Oh no.
I know, who always kept a can of peas in her purse for whenever she was hungry. She had offered those peas to my mother on many occasions. Anyways, I really do love and appreciate you two fantastic humans. Your podcast got me through the 2-month process of leash training my very stubborn hound dog with minimal frustration crying. I'm so excited to see you in Austin in November with my mom. Stay sexy and don't forget to keep a can of peas in your purse just in case. Sam.
Oh,
That's sad.
yeah. Ugh. All right. Here's my last one. The subject line is my arsonist cousin plays Jesus in the MFing Christmas play. Hello, all. We all have creepy cousin. Mine just happens to be an arsonist.
Oh, Jesus.
We're right in it. Growing up, my mom always said that she had a bad feeling about my cousin. He was my only cousin on that side of the family that was my age, so we went to the same youth group. We all knew never to hang out with him one-on-one, and we avoided his church hugs like the gosh damn plague. In December 2017, he played Jesus in the Christmas play, so my parents and all my aunts and uncles thought maybe he'd turn out okay. Holy shit, were they dead ass wrong. He always loved attention, so naturally he was stoked out of his mind to play Jesus in the Christmas play. The following February, he was on the news in a neighboring county because he was a witness to a series of 4 fires in a trailer park. He comes on the news and says, I just hope that whoever this person is, either you turn yourself in or they find the person. And then he proceeds to show the news people how he kicks in the door of one of the burning trailers after calling 911.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming all the attention from playing Jesus went to his head. The very next day, police tracked the fires back to the motherfucker.
Jesus.
Motherfucker. And one of them was a trailer that belongs to another one of our cousins. Yes, he set the fires for the sole purpose of pretending to help put them out and getting a news interview on the news station that cannot have more than 600 viewers. Needless to say, the people at church went crazy when they found out that he had played Jesus in the Christmas play. A deacon literally thanked the Lord our church didn't get set on fire during a Sunday morning prayer. Now he's facing 20 years in prison, much like many other members of my family. God bless the South, and plane tickets out of Atlanta that have taken me far away after graduating from high school.
Oh my God.
Wow. Thanks for making every car ride fun and less anxiety ridden than before. My best friend Olivia and I love you guys and dream of seeing you live all the time. Stay sexy and don't play Jesus in a Christmas play if you plan on setting a trailer park on fire. Annie.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Should I do one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty. And I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing, where they do the boho chic, there's mid-century, it's a little bit modern, it's something new. Like there's so many choices in there and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye.
A sex shop, an office, and a sad day at work. Funny found in wall story. Hi, all in Podloft. I'm so excited because my life is so goddamn boring, but I finally have a reason to email. So, okay, I was at Dragon Con this year.
Okay.
Had a great time. You guys should go. All right. And I got to this great conversation with a couple of people at the bar. This guy launches into the story about the strangest thing he has found in a wall while working at this building in Atlanta. All I'm thinking is, fuck yeah, I will steal this and send it straight to Karen in Georgia. Don't worry, I didn't steal. I told him I was going to email this. So he explains that he was working in this building and his boss says, we have to make a hole in this wall to run a line or something along those lines. Whatever the fuck people do in offices. When he makes the initial hole, the best fucking thing fell out. And then a goddamn giant dildo. Shocked and honestly not sure what to do next, he asks his boss about it, and the boss explains. The office used to be owned by a sex shop that I think did films, not sure, not important. Anyway, they end up losing the space and just left a bunch of shit, both accidental and on purpose. Somehow, and no one quite knows why, this dildo ended up in the wall where a hole was made. But don't worry, it gets better. This man had to spend his work days for the next 2 weeks removing tons of fucking dildos out of the wall.
What?
I guess someone decided fuck it and just made a hole and threw them in there. He couldn't remember how many he took out, but it was like the strangest thing he has ever found in a wall. I don't remember the building. He told me, but I was a few Jack and Gingers in. Well, I hope you guys got a chuckle out of that. Stay sexy and maybe just keep your dildos in your nightstand drawer, Danielle.
I mean...
Maybe someone was like a disgruntled worker and they were just like, fuck you. I'm not going to shelve these dildos. Cause when you work in retail, you have to put stuff out.
Yeah. So you're
even
saying
dildos.
Like, you just don't feel like working anymore. So if you pretend that the stock doesn't exist, you don't have to put it out.
Yes.
Cause I was thinking maybe they were old testers.
Oh.
They were just like, oh, we're not going to put them in the dishwasher. Just put them in the wall.
Dishwasher? Do people clean their... Okay. No.
Haven't you ever seen that at like... Yeah.
Those like sex parties.
Dishwasher safe. You're just like, what's less sexy? Like, and also more like, could you imagine if someone's like, oh, I'm going to get a cup for my tea.
Right.
And they're like, no.
Yeah, but also dishwashers can't be 99% effective, right? Like you've got to have a little bit of salmonella left on that. What if you get like... What if your vagina falls off because you get salmonella poisoning because you wash
it? Or for any other reason. Let's start fearing the worst. That your vagina, like it's a stereo face from the 90s that you can remove, that it just will drop off of your body.
Like your Lego piece. Like it's like Lego piece vagina and it just... Oh, no.
And you accidentally, it falls off and then you step on it. It hurts your foot so bad.
How embarrassing. And then you're like, do you want some tea? And then you open your dishwasher and there's all your dildos in there.
My private things that I put in the dishwasher.
Terrible. Send just your stories to myfavoritemurder@gmail. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to buy your tickets on the fan cult, like we told you.
Don't forget to stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis. Mimi?
It's your big chance, Mimi.
Mimi, you want a cookie? Did that work? Oh, good girl.
The tiniest.
The tiny meow.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why they're Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to budget beach bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.